Imagine this, you're a bright young graduate in Bangladesh, you've worked hard, aced your exams, you're ready to serve your country. But there's a catch. The government reserves a huge chunk of jobs, not based on merit, but on who your family is. This is the quota system, and it's been a festering wound in Bangladesh for decades. This system, meant to help families of war veterans, became twisted. It favored those connected to power, those with ties to Sheikh Hasina's Awami League. For ordinary Bangladeshis, it felt like the game was rigged from the start. Their talent, their hard work, it didn't matter. The system told them they were second-class citizens in their own country. Then came the final straw. The government announced plans to expand the quota system even further. This, for many, was the breaking point. Students, the future of Bangladesh, had enough. They took to the streets, demanding fairness, demanding opportunity, demanding a level playing field. Their cry, abolish the quota system, give us a chance to build our own futures. Little did they know, their protest would ignite a firestorm. What began as student demonstrations quickly morphed into something much bigger. It became a nationwide outcry against the Hasina regime. People from all walks of life, students, teachers, shopkeepers, joined the movement. They were united by a single, powerful sentiment: enough is enough. The streets of Dhaka, once bustling with life, became a sea of protest. The air crackled with anger, frustration, and a yearning for change. Protesters clashed with police. Tear gas filled the air. The government, instead of listening to the grievances of its people, responded with force. Then, the unthinkable. The violence escalated. Reports emerged of protesters being killed, shot down by the very people sworn to protect them. The death toll mounted, staining the streets of Dhaka red. Fear turned to fury. The protests, once focused on the quota system, now targeted the very heart of Hasina's power. As chaos engulfed Bangladesh, the military, a powerful force in the nation's history, made a move. The Army Chief General Waker-uz-Zaman appeared on television, a picture of stoic authority. He promised to restore order, to investigate the violence, to hold those responsible accountable. The general's words, delivered with measured calmness, aimed to soothe the nation on edge. He assured the public that the military was not taking sides, that their intervention was solely to prevent further bloodshed and ensure stability. But skepticism lingered. The military's history in Bangladesh is complex, marked by periods of both intervention and restraint. Some saw the general's words as a reassuring sign, a promise of a return to normalcy. Others saw a more ominous possibility, the military seizing power, using the chaos as a pretext to grab control. In recent years, we have seen a concerning rise in authoritarianism across the globe. This shift has led to an erosion of trust in democratic institutions. When leaders consolidate power, the checks and balances that protect our freedoms begin to weaken. Citizens find it increasingly difficult to trust their governments, leading to a cycle of skepticism and disillusionment. This erosion of trust is not just a political issue, it affects the very fabric of our societies. Amidst these troubling trends, there are growing international calls for peace and justice. Organizations and leaders around the world are urging for diplomatic solutions and the upholding of human rights. These voices remind us that despite the challenges, there is still hope for a more just and peaceful world. It is a collective effort that requires the participation of nations, communities, and individuals alike. Democracy, as we know it, is a fragile flame that requires constant nurturing. It thrives on the active participation of its citizens and the accountability of its leaders. Without vigilance, the flame can easily be extinguished by forces that seek to undermine it. Yet with dedication and resilience, we can ensure that democracy not only survives but flourishes. It is a shared responsibility to protect and strengthen this delicate yet vital system.